So Tim,
Yeah.
it's a snowy Wednesday evening, and so
winter,
usually
winter wonderland.
Winter Warlock, Winter Wonderland. So a lot of times I'll ask you questions that are really hard, and we don't prep for this, by the way, folks. So when I throw stuff at Tim, he doesn't know what's coming. But
Nope.
this one's a little easy. So if I
thank
said
God.
Lars Ulrich and James Hetfield to you, I mean, what does that mean? What does that mean?
Dude, come on, man. First of all, that's Metallica.
It's
Metallica talking.
It's Metallica.
And Lars, I mean, Lars doesn't get his due. Maybe he does as a drummer, and maybe, I haven't grown up banging my head to Metallica. Obviously, they came of age with that Sandman song and a lot of crossover. Anyway, great band, and particularly fond of Lars. Yeah.
I'm not a Metallica guy. I will tell you, I think it was 1997. They did an album of covers, and we've talked about this. Tuesday's Gone from Skinner. They covered that. Yeah. And they covered Turn the Page by Bob Seger. And I will tell you, although Bob Seger's Turn the Page is great, their cover was pretty damn good. So why am I mentioning Metallica? Just ask me, just to be rhetorical.
Because you are going through old vinyl, and you found a picture of yourself with almost like a bad mullet that's spilling out to the sides. Not that those guys endorse that. I'm guessing that's probably what it is. And
good guess. Yeah. I think that's a good guess. It's not the right guess. No, because in 1992 they released their fifth studio album called Metallica, as it turns out.
First of all, that's people talk about the White Album for the Beatles. That's called the Black Album for Metallica, and there are many that would choose that for the Desert Island 5-pack well before they choose the White Album by the Beatles. That album is the one I'm talking about. That was the coming of age of this band, and there's a lot of traditional Metallica fans that feel like that was the sellout album. Every band, when they make it commercially, has to face this kind of scrutiny. It's what happened with the Clash with Combat Rock. I know you're a huge Clash fan. It's what happened to Dire Straits on that Money for Nothing, Brothers in Arms. I mean, Anyway, I digress.
Yeah. No.
So what do you
got?
Right.
What do you got? You're so right. I mean, and look, and neither of those, the White Album or the Black, I'm not taking either on my Desert Island, but there's a song on that album. It's a commercial hit, I guess, and you actually hear it all the time now. Nothing Else Matters. And I bring that up because basically today, Jerome Powell, when asked about valuations, he said, look, and I'm paraphrasing, by the way, might be a little bit stretched here, but given the fact that, risk-free money is basically at zero, valuations don't matter or aren't relevant. So with that said, I mean, is it just full steam ahead? Nothing else matters?
Yeah, I'm trying to go through these lyrics while you're talking. It's a complicated thing, by the way. It's almost as hard as trying to think of a song when you're listening to another song. But I'm trying to go through the lyrics, and so trust I seek and I find in you every day for us something new. Open mind to a different view, and nothing else matters. And
there you go.
I probably butchered those lyrics, and James Hetfield might come after me. He looks menacing, by the way. Like, I wouldn't want that dude on my ass. But look, I think it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. And I know we spend a lot of time talking bottom-up fundamentals. I think we look on CNBC and for the last 15 years, and as fund managers and as traders, we care about this stuff. And I do feel as if it's all been taken away. The Fed put and the dynamics here. We've socialized the economy. We've essentially we've taken companies and we've made them property of the federal government, or at least the government backstop. So as I look at the market in 2021, my view is the Fed is all that matters. Nothing else matters in terms of where the economy is, because right now the economy is not in a great place. And the most important thing is that the Fed is there printing money.
So I don't know if it's Hetfield or Hadfield. It doesn't matter, because if you mention the Hadfields, you have to mention the McCoys.
Yeah.
And I mentioned that because is Colt McCoy going to be behind center this Sunday night, I think at the Meadowlands at 8:10 against the Browns of Cleveland?
Well, I hope so. I mean, Joe Judge, that was one of the first crises of his young coaching career, is he ran out Danny Dimes in the middle of, and a guy that part of his game is his ability to scramble, and he was nowhere. So in fact, I tell you one thing that maybe you do on Sunday is you grab yourself a Colt 45, you stuff a straw in that bottle.
Wow.
And you sit back and you watch the G-Men. Because I'll tell you what, after thinking that we had a signature game the week before against the Seahawks, which we did, honestly, Sunday was miserable.
Miserable.
And honestly, the class of the NFC least is that Washington football club who stole the USC Trojans helmets, it looks like. And it's just like they stole everything.
Except, it's, and you're right, that defense, that's probably one of the top 3 defenses in the league. And that defensive line is ridiculous. I mean, that will be talked about in years to come.
That dude should have been ours, the number 2 pick.
Well,
I will forever think about, who's the greatest number 2 pick of all time?
LT.
LT.
I mean, bang, full stop, LT. I mean, ridiculous. But I'll say this, Sunday Night Football at the Meadowlands, Browns, Giants. That's like a 2-storied franchises. I'm fired up about it. But you mentioned the Reds. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say. You mentioned the Washington football team.
Yes. Yep.
Alex Smith might be hurt again, and I don't know who they're going to play at quarterback. So, despite the fact that they can shut people down, you got to score a few points as well. And I'm not sure that I did it again twice. I'm not sure the Washington franchise can score right now. Well,
you did it because that baseball team in Cleveland finally got rid of that name too, and it's time in the sports world where I think there's attention paid on this stuff. But on the way out, look, if it was Sunday night and you just got done watching some football, and you were 19 or 20, and you were 19 sitting in Harbin Hall or wherever you was that your freshman dorm?
My freshman dorm, Harbin Hall, absolutely.
I didn't know that. That's a great pull by me. What were you doing at night after watching football Sunday night after getting your homework done? Because you did that.
Well, we didn't have that malt liquor, Colt 45, but we might have thrown down a Lowenbrow or something back in the day, if you recall.
No, you were actually it was Meisterbrow probably, or it might have been a Natty Bow that you got down at Dixie Liquors. No,
or Stroh's. I mean,
or
remember
Stroh's.
What was I? Oh, I was watching George Michael Sports Machine.
George Michael Sports Machine. One
100%.
of the. I mean, that was one of the greatest things of all time. And before we were overloaded with sports and ESPN, the George Michael Sports Machine was something you waited for. And Guy, I'm waiting for you, buddy. I'll see you on Monday.
I'll see you.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Thursday.
Dude,
enjoy the storm. I'll see you later.